Did something
So,
interesting happen to you over the last whenever?
yes, yeah, I had a really awesome call last night.
Perfect. All right, let's hear it.
It was so good. I had to call Craig and Bert to help me.
That's Jesse, everybody.
That is Jesse.
I remember stuff. Okay.
So, units freezing up.
Okay.
Um, my it's a 410A system. The it's a straight cool furnace is a 2005 train, and the case coil and the condenser were a 2018 off-brand Nordine.
Oh dear. I found the problem.
Well,
I'm
you'd
just
think
kidding.
it would be easy. It's a microchannel coil. It's low on refrigerant,
But no.
but it was not.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
was not.
It says down here in the chat, it ain't got no gas in it. I guess that's not a problem. It ain't got no, it has gas in it. Okay. So microchannel coil hooked up to something it doesn't belong hooked up to, but it's not low on refrigerant. Okay.
Not low on refrigerant. My pressures were like 80 over 360.
Okay. This is 410A, I'm
This
assuming.
is 410A.
All right.
So I had a 3 superheat and a 26 subcool.
Three superheat. So the evaporator's almost flooded and it's stacked in the condenser. Okay.
Clean filter, clean coils.
Clean filter, clean coils, right airflow.
Blower was running well, or so I thought.
See, that's when you say blower's running well. It's like it's running, but is it really well? That's the question.
Well, so I called Craig and he's like, it sounds like a TXV, but the superheat's low. I'm, I, you could have multiple problems. He's
Oh,
like, check with Bert.
did he say check with Bert?
Yes,
Oh my gosh! You know Craig can solve this problem. He just didn't want to spend time on it.
probably.
Okay, I just wanted to know that everybody knew that. Okay.
So I called Bert and he says, the blower's not running. It's an airflow issue. I said, the blower's running. He said, check the capacitor. I checked the capacitor. Capacitor's good. He says, okay, check the rotation of the blower wheel.
That's
And
it.
the blower wheel was running backwards.
So the blower, what kind of blower is this? It was a PSC because I had a capacitor.
PSC. Yep.
It was running backwards. Was there any burnt wires or anything like that?
Nope. But when I did the motor touch test, it was hot as all get out.
So it wasn't. So did you find out what caused the blower to fail? I mean, because I've seen sometimes when they would short, or really sometimes on the capacitor, I've seen them miswired where they run backwards. But that was
It,
spontaneous. That happened. They didn't. Something. No one messed with it. It just happened, and they called you.
yes. So I chalked it up to an internally bad failed motor and wrote it up for a new one.
Well, I think you're right about it. I think maybe if you took the end plates off of that motor, you would see some kind of damage or something like that. Do you get a chance to do that sort of thing, or you just chuck it in like the scrapping bin?
Um, I don't know if I change the motor, I'll bring it home and I'll dissect it.
It'd be interesting to see because there must be something that caused it to happen because you can reverse rotation on a motor by manipulating it or having a certain failure. So it'd be interesting to see if you find anything. That's cool. That's
But
a neat call.
I was stumped on that one.
So let's see. Did you take an amp draw from the motor before you check rotation?
I did not.
I would be curious to see how many amps it ran in relation to what it was rated for. Because if it runs in reverse, it's not really doing anything. It's just swirling air around in circles,
Yeah.
basically. But it's interesting to see if it failed and it's running in reverse, how many amps it was pulling simultaneously.
I mean, I would think with the motor being as hot as it was probably pretty high, would be my guess.
I would think so too. One time I miswired a blower, and it ran like 10 amps, 240, just a residential blower, for about 2 seconds, and then it became a smoky ball.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that was a mistake on my part. It was completely my fault, and very bad, very bad. It ran all the amps. Craig actually said he's seen a condenser fan motor run backwards on a dead cap. That's where I had seen it before, on a ream unit where the cap was dead and the fan motor was running backwards. It was wild. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, Bert said that too, but he said he has never seen a blower motor do that.
Well, you're thinking about a run capacitor. You have a couple wires going to the capacitor itself. The capacitor fails, and it causes this motor to behave erratically. It runs backwards. But the same thing could happen inside the motor, theoretically. There could be a short there, I would think, that would cause the same issue. That's why it would be neat to open it up, because you could find out for all of us and send us pictures.
Well, I'll do my best to find out.
Jessica, that would be fantastic.